Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. You join us back on the West Coast Mainline, Birmingham to Crewe. We're currently at New Street and we're going to be running a service up to Stafford, I believe, here from New Street in the Voyager as well, the cross-country Voyager. I think we're a double unit as well, so we do stretch back a fair way. Anyway, just awaiting the road now, which we should hopefully get fairly soon, potentially. There we go. Let's get the doors shut. And if we time it well, keep an eye where the cursor is.
The next station is
Look at that.
Wolverhampton.
Alright, for right away. Love that. Right, we're going to be calling at Wolverhampton and Stafford, so we're quite quick. That's a forward. Was it 10 miles an hour? Yeah, 10 miles an hour out of here. Yeah, they've got the right away indicator, which is quite cool. I mean, it sort of works. Like, if you close the doors, as soon as it says to close the doors, it will time it well and say RA, which is cool. That's a good start to having that system in the game. Sort of see the RA dispatch. Right, off we go. The Voyager on Birmingham to Crewe. This video is on the PC, although hopefully, well, tomorrow will be on the PlayStation. So we'll see what it's like on there then. Cool. Nice and slow out of here. So yeah, fast to Wolverhampton. And this service doesn't go all the way up to Crewe because the cross-country services go via Stoke-on-Trent. Up a bit. So they sort of, just north of Stafford, they sort of go off, they go another way. Whereas some I think do come down from Crewe. I think the ones from Southampton go via Stoke-on-Trent, and I think the ones from Paignton, they go sort of straight up. No, not that. Oh god, we're okay, we're okay. So used to Train Sim Classic on the PC where it's E to cancel the DSD. So up to 50 once the back of the train passes the marker, which won't be for a while because, well, we're quite a long train. There's the back. Hopefully audio is coming up alright. Just going to sort of check that as we go along. Yeah, I'd say that's okay. So yeah, once this back of the train here... Oh, it's a short platform there. What's that Voyager waiting for? Yeah, got like a short platform there. A little bit of welly. It's quite steep coming out of New Street. Yeah, we've got to be careful not to go up before the back of the train passes the marker. So that's really, if you're doing a double Voyager, just before this signal here, you should then clear the speed board. That'll sort of be your marker. What is this? 8 coaches? Yeah, 8 coaches. So it would be, yeah, just as you're coming up to the signal here, sort of when you can see the ID plate. Right, let's go up to 50. We'll do a running brake test once we're out of the tunnel. We'll get a bit faster first. Here on 1 mic 54. Well, the mic's meant to be from Manchester. Cool. And this is my favourite section of the route so far. This bit between New Street and Wolverhampton. It's only 2 tracks, and you get so many trains, like loads of variety. You get the 170s, Voyagers, Pendos, 350s. You get everything on this sort of little stretch. And it's only 2 tracks as well, which sort of just makes it even more cool. Hopefully visually it looks alright. We are on the PC for this one again. But again, going forward we'll hopefully be on the PlayStation. Right, let's get a let's do a little running brake test. Make sure the brakes are working. Not that they wouldn't be, but you never know. So I think I'm getting all right with this. I'm remembering it fairly well now. Sort of the stations on here. There's the canal to the left of us, which I do think uses the old water system. It doesn't look like the new water. Don't know. That was a 65. You've got Smethwick. Is it Smethwick or Smethwick? Smethwick or Smethwick? Smethwick, Rolfer Street. And then you've got Smethwick, Gayton Bridge. Sandwell and Dudley. Slow down. Went to about 66 there. Slow down. That's going to show up on the end. Boo. Yeah, Sandwell and Dudley. Dudley Port, Tipton, Cossley, Wolverhampton, Penkridge, Stafford, and then Crewe. I think that's all of the stations on here. So sort of most of the stations are before Wolverhampton. They're all sort of bundled up together. There's Soho Depot as well, we're just passing. And the double Voyager, which is quite nice. Nice to have another route already to drive this train on. Still can't drive it on Manchester Airport Commuter though, on console. I think on PC you can, but not on console yet. And also we should probably have announcements for this as well. Potentially. Haven't heard any yet actually. Although saying that realistically they'd be done manually in this train. It's coming up to Smethwick, Rolfer Street, or Rolfer Street, however you say it. Let's get a flyby shot through this station. Got the next train in just 9 minutes. So we're 8 coaches. Now it goes up to 75 just after Gayton Bridge station. And then comes down to 60 after Dudley Port, or not too far after Dudley Port. Or is it Sandwell and Dudley it comes down? No, I think it's after Sandwell and Dudley it comes down to 60. Through we go. Yeah, learning this area quickly. I mean, Birmingham is just very much like a grey area in my sort of railway geography. Don't know it that well at all. Apart from the Cross City. But any other line, it's like, what? And thanks to Dovetail Games for giving us a key to show this off, although of course the route is by All Aboard Studios. It's their first route for Trains in World, and it's a stunner. You get the 350/1/2 and /3. And then all of these other trains you're seeing are layers. So I'd say the most important ones are the Class 3 9C, the Voyager, and the 170 pack. And also Cross City. They're sort of the main 4. Sort of at that time of day where the sun's sort of beaming right down onto the tracks. Is this Sandwell and Dudley? See, I think it comes down to 60, not too far after this station. Or is it Dudley Port? No, it does come down to 60, I think. Or am I getting mixed up? Yeah, no, it is after Sandwell and Dudley. And then again after Tipton. I think I'm right in thinking that. I don't think I've forgotten already. Yeah, it's this corner here, I think. Yeah, there's the 60 there. There you go. We're learning. I wouldn't actually say it's too hard of a route to do HUDless. I know I say that for quite a lot of routes, but there's not really many stations on here. Oh yeah, once you get sort of north of Wolverhampton, they're all like 10 miles apart, and then after Stafford it's like 25 miles to Crewe. So there's not many stations to learn the names of. Up to 75 again, and then after Tipton we'll slow down again to 60. Up to 75 again. You've got the little island platform here at Dudleyport. Quite a dizzy little station, this one. Same with Tipton, that's another sort of small one. And then Penkridge as well. Penkridge, I think it's only a 4-coach platform, and it's like one of the hard ones to stop at. We'll see it on this one actually as we're going up to Stafford. But I'd say Penkridge probably is the hardest station to stop at. I've already seen a few people go through it. Now there's Dudleyport, and Tipton sort of just round here. You've got a couple of loops there. Here comes the 350, although what subclass? 1, 2 or 3? That is a... I didn't even see that. I think a 1 maybe? Still 75. This is Tipton. So not too far after this it then comes down to 60 again. Again, they're all quite close together, the stations on here. You probably get up to what, about 50, 55 between the stations and have to slow down again if you're doing an all-stop service. Now down to 60. Good thing as we're a diesel train, we can just completely ignore neutral sections, which there is a couple along here. Right, 60. I think we sort of go over the. Are we going? No, we're not going over the canal. So it's just round this corner here. And we can get faults on this train as well, so we sort of got to keep an ear out. But 75 again, and just round here is Costley Station, so again close. And after that you get a little bit of a gap up to Wolverhampton. Haha, neutral section doesn't mean anything to us. I was talking about the speed coming up to Wolverhampton. I can't remember if you get a warning. I think there's a 60, isn't there? But I can't remember if you get a warning board for the 60 or not. And there's definitely a warning board for the 30 limit. So we'll just wait and see. Really, really nice route though. And just to think this is All Aboard Studios' first route in the game. And it's like one of the busiest parts of the West Coast Mainline. Like, what? Okay. So sort of the longer stretch now up to Wolverhampton, to Wolves. It's got a yellow coming up as well. I can see something in the distance. Here comes a 350. Again, what subclass? 1, 2 or 3? Can we see in time? Today, a 1. So it must be following another train, because that signal there we just passed there, that was at a double yellow. So it must have something ahead of us. I mean, it shouldn't really affect us. Unless it's going to stop at Penkridge. Could be the terminating one at Wolverhampton. There's a little like shuttle service which goes just Wolverhampton to New Street. Quite a nice little service to do. Right, we've got a double yellow coming up. I think this is sort of the straight now into Wolverhampton, into the viaduct. So I'm going to come down to 60. Okay, we got a warning for a 30 there, but I think the speed does drop before that to 60. You should always sort of know when you're coming up to Wolverhampton. You should always have the cautionary aspects, because I think you've got the junction there as well. So I don't want to sort of slow down too early for the 30. Yeah, double yellow. Unless we are following something. Well, I think you usually would get cautionary aspects on this bit of track. I'm still learning, alright, still learning. So we've got the 30 coming up. Maybe it doesn't come down beforehand. Maybe it just comes down to 30, then it's 15. So 30 must be coming up. Can't see the... Where's the... Oh, here it is, here. There you go, just in time. Yeah, potentially further down to 15 as well. Oh, CFW. Oh, there is... Yeah. Train in the platform. Platform 2. I'm coming down to... Oh, it is 15 for all lines, yeah. You can see there's got the 15 board coming up here on the left. A little mini one. So still under a single yellow at the moment, so we should... I mean, the platform starter signal should be at danger. Again, hopefully it's looking alright as we are on the PC. I'm always a bit worried about doing PC. It's like, is it going to look good or not? But I mean, all of our settings are ultra and high. Just our screen percentage is at like 110%. But I mean, it should look decent enough. Maybe better than the PlayStation. I don't know. Should really get some photos as well at some point. There's the little shuttle service. And I've got a feeling the PIS at the moment is potentially broken on the 350s, as this is still a pre-release build. Voyager. It just says LNR. I think even on the sort of active services it just says LNR. Let's get a shot here if we can. Photo mode. Bit of rotation maybe. What a lovely looking train though, the Voyager. An icon to the UK rails. Right, so we've got 8 coaches on this one. I wonder if we have like a 220 stop marker. Sometimes they have the rain markers. There's the 2456 marker. So we might just be right down the end, or near enough down the end. And there's an 8 there. Okay, I don't think there's a sort of separate Voyager marker. Oh, class 221 10 car stop. Yeah, we're not 10 cars though, we're not 10 coaches, are we? Where's the game actually want us to stop? Oh, yeah, it must be on the 8 then.
This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station is Stafford.
Yeah, so it's just sort of working out where all where it wants you to stop. But yeah, it must be on the 8. Nicely in the platform here. We are... Oh, we're a minute late. Wow, alright. I thought we were quite nice driving along there, but maybe we were driving slightly slow. Yeah, fast to Stafford, not stopping at Penkridge. We've still got the danger at the moment, we can't go yet. So, although I wonder if that will change. Yeah, it's changed now. Well, it's only got a single yellow. So we'll take the DRA off, get the doors shut. Oh, we've got a green now actually. and should be on our way.
The next station is Stafford. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
Cool. Right, Stafford up next. So this is our first time doing this bit of the route HUDless, so wish us luck. Got a funny little signal post there. Coming back across. And that's Stafford, the West Coast Main Line Trent Valley joins up. That's the part of the West Coast Main Line, or the Trent Valley is the bit which sort of goes around Birmingham. I just wonder what are All Aboard Studios going to do next. I mean, considering this is their first project, where do they go from here next? Do they go south, Birmingham to Milton Keynes? I mean, that would be pretty cool. Because then you then have the full West Coast Main Line from Carlisle down to London. Or at least when the JT route comes out. From Crewe to Preston. Junction indicator, position 4. So 55 now, then 60 there. I think around here we can get up to 110 or so. So that's quite nice. No idea where that line goes, but that goes off over there. Maybe at, I guess, Telford, somewhere off that way. Telford, Shrewsbury. Again, I don't really know this area that well. Up north, don't know it. Try and get a nice photo as well if like a panda goes past. You've got to get the panda in the photo. That sort of sums up the West Coast Main Line, a pendo. Once people see that, they're like, oh, I know what route that is, West Coast Main Line. I still wish that the ATS route went from Manchester down to Crewe, because I think originally that's what it was going to be. Because then we'd then be able to do the full run from Manchester in sort of this service all the way up to Manchester. Well, not this one, but some of them wish to go via Crewe. You do a sort of full Manchester to Crewe, or Manchester to Birmingham run. Up to 90. Once the back of the train passes the board. This won't take long, so we're going fairly quick. There you go. So we'll speed that up. Something I should get installed on the PC, because it's a world's difference to the console version, is Frankfurt S-Bahn. I need to play that route again, but maybe we'll probably have to do it on the PC. Because playing that route on console just isn't the same with like one layer. We've got still 90. I think it goes up to 110 and 125 if you're in the Pendo. So you've got two sets of speed limits to learn, a bit like on the West Coast Main Line South. You've got the sort of the EPS speeds and the standard speeds, just to make things a bit more confusing. As we're not the Super Voyager, just the normal Voyager, we only go at the slower speed. Yeah, 110. So fairly quick. And even that's at 125 there. And in the Voyager, I think we are capable of that. Yeah, 125. But in the 350, it's restricted to 110. So we can go pretty quick. Which is exciting. I just can't remember if there's any warning board coming into Stafford, because I think it does drop down to like 60 beforehand. I don't know if there's a, sort of a warning board for it. I'll sort of learn it as we go along, I guess. Running at sort of, well, it's come down a bit, but yeah, 60 FPS or so. Yeah, 60. A few drops every now and again. Zoom ahead. Oh, got some trees up there. What's going on up there? Again, pre-release. Didn't have any time there to watch it camp up. Oh, there's a pendo. I think we missed that, haven't we? We missed our opportunity there to get a photo of that. Well, actually, no, we might be able to get it. How far past? Yeah, we're a bit far past. We can try. As soon as we get a nice flyby shot, the photo opportunity arises. We'll probably still get something out of that. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Got a little spark there on the pendo as well. Let's be a bit cheeky and change the time of day, just so it's a bit sunny on the train. However we do that on PC. Yeah, that's probably slightly better. Yeah, there we go. Let's get back in. 120 miles an hour. So I assume we can go out in this train. And at the end it will just say you were speeding the whole way. Great. And I think my marker for Penkridge, for when we do this again, there's like a banner repeater. There's not many signals along here with a banner repeater. Just for Penkridge, I think it might be a couple of signals for Penkridge. There's a signal with a banner repeater, which yeah, not really any along here have. So I think that would be my marker for on the down line stopping at Penkridge, to start slowing down then. Although for going on the up line, I'm not sure. Still need to sort of study that bit. That's the CSR board, so we're about, what, 2 miles out of Penkridge now? Ish. Yeah, so along here you'll see a banner repeater. But yeah, not many signals on here have a banner repeater on this sort of stretch of line. I think it's just here, I think. Is it this one here? No, I think the next signal has a banner repeater. That'll sort of be when I start slowing down for Penkridge. Yeah, this one here, look, it's got a banner repeater to it. So you sort of see that and be like, oh, we're coming up to Penkridge. It's a lovely run though so far, isn't it? Sort of as we head north to Stafford. Or is that a bit too late? That might even be a bit too late for Penkridge if you're going at 110. There's a really sort of small station as well. And from here I think it's about 3 miles to Stafford. 3-4 miles. So that will come around fairly quickly. It's been like a speed change to 90 all of a sudden, just like Hopefully we get some sort of prior warning to any speed changes on here. Going at 100, sort of brought it down a bit, we're going about 110 now. It's slow down a bit more as well. Just to be on the safe side. Come down to about 100 now. Sort of all these sort of over bridges now going over. Loads of them. And I assume fairly soon we'll probably start seeing yellows as well. Yeah, look, we got a 95 here, just about in time. So you didn't really get much. There's not really much of a marker for that, really. Unless you sort of basically all the overbridges appear out of nowhere. There's about 5 overbridges, weren't there? So that could sort of be your marker for coming down to 95. We're coming down to 60. I think it's then 30 coming into Stafford. I don't know if that depends what platform you come into. That's been a nice run though, so thanks all for watching if you have made it this far. And almost at Stafford, so we should see the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley join up quite soon. So we'll see that coming up. There's a 60. I think that's coming down to 30 as well. Yeah, here we go. Well, I think it depends what platform you come into. Well, it looks like it's 60 for us then. Coming around into this platform. Well, I don't really know the platforms here, so platform 5. Looks like we're going straight on. Platform 5. I think. Obviously, once we learn the platforms more, we'll be all right. Well, this is Stafford. That was fun. So noisy, even when you're sort of in idle, it's just so noisy, the Voyager. Right, let's put that down. Proper noisy train. Right, 4 to 8 car stop. I assume that's probably, yeah. We aim for that, I reckon. Yeah, should be alright. Yeah, that'll do it. Well, there we go. That is it. That is a run from New Street up to Stafford in the Voyager. That was fun. Double Voyager as well. It's even better. Yeah, let's see how we did. How did we get on? Now, one of the engines stalled. How are we late or? What did you say? I think they're going to add times for the stations after in a post-release patch. Ah, what a train. Lock the doors, even though we're still on a red light, but lock the doors anyway. Would be nice if you didn't have to lock the doors. Now, one of them's got stuck as well, I think. Yeah, so we went over a tiny bit there. As we, for 28 miles, 34 minutes. Not too bad at all. That was, yeah, a nice run, that one. But yeah, that is going to be it for me. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. That was the cross-country Voyager on the Birmingham to Crewe route, which does come out tomorrow, £29.99. 10 AM on consoles UK time and about 4 PM Epic Games and 6 PM on Steam. Yeah, a very, very nice route. See you all and take care. Bye guys.